So I just woke up from a nap and I noticed that the Toronto Maple Leafs have acquired Ilya Lyubuskin from Anaheim. Let's go over what I think of this trade right now. So the full trade looks to be a 2025 third round pick going to Anaheim. Carolina's also receiving a 2024 sixth round pick from Toronto, and they are retaining a 50% on Lyubuskin, and the Leafs are getting Ilya Lyubuskin at double retention. So I think his full cap hit was $2.75 million, and we're getting him for $687.5 thousand. So under league minimum is what we're getting him at, and we're also getting a prospect from Carolina, Kirill Slepets. So let's look at the Kirill Slepets first. Looks like he's 24, he's 5'10", and cap friendly literally has him listed as 146 pounds. I've always been pretty small, and that was like me in like grade 9. Like, no, that's a lie. Maybe it was like grade 12. Like after high school. Like, this is tiny. Looking at his stats, so he's a right winger. He's playing in the KHL right now, and he has 19 points in 53 games. So ultimately, he's a non-factor in this trade. So the biggest thing is the Leafs pay a third next year, a sixth in this year, and they receive Ilya Lyubuskin at a very low cap hit. So let's look at the team that we have at the moment. I call this team the Boosh, and what we look like. So with everybody off injury reserve, all of our guys we are expecting to come back. So Cal Yarncroke, I put Connor Timmins back in. We have a 25-man roster, and we're actually under the cap. So I think this is what they've done. So we have 25 guys, and our cap is $83.368 million. So we actually have $131,000 worth of cap space with a 25-man roster. So we'll see if this is all they do, because I personally believe that Ilya Lyubuskin is a number 7 defenseman on a cup contender, maybe a number 8. You don't want him to be playing top minutes, that's for sure. We had this player a few years ago, and I liked him. I like his physicality. He's defensive-minded. 2 years ago we had Lyubuskin. Last year we had Shen, and this year it looks like we have Lyubuskin again. Each of those guys was paired beside Morgan Rielly. And that's clearly what we're looking for right now, is a partner for Morgan Rielly. Because Brody and Liljegren have been super good recently. Benoit and McCabe have been really good. And Rielly, when he came back, we don't really have a right shot, right D to go beside him who's defensive-minded. So they've just acquired Ilya Lyubuskin, so I just slotted him in there for now. I would not be surprised. So let me just say this. If this is all that we do, I hate it. This isn't enough. Our team is just not good enough. I'm glad that we got Lyubuskin, because we do need his size and his physicality and his defensive presence. I'm okay with that, with his right shot ability. I would much rather see this happen. Lyubuskin is our spare with Giordano, and then Connor Timmins gets traded elsewhere, and we still get this top pair guy. Who that would be? Maybe we get a Walker. Walker's not a top pair guy, but he's better than Ilya Lyubuskin. I would say Walker would be like a number 4, right? It would still be a better pair, and I would not mind that defense overall. So we'll see what ends up playing out, or how it ends up playing out. But right now, what we do know for sure is that this is our team. We have 25 people when we're healthy, and we are cap compliant. I actually like the versatility. I like having that. I think last year we had 24 players at the end of, was it 24 or 25 after the deadline, and we were cap compliant, and I thought it provided a lot of flexibility. So I do like that. But I would much prefer us get that top guy. Adam Larsson is still the person I would want. We would get him for this year. We would get him for next year. If we got rid of Timmins here, and we got rid of, let's call it Noah Gregor, we have $2 million in cap space. Adam Larsson has a $4 million contract. You retain it in half by 50%, that's $2 million. If it's perfect. I just got excited looking at that. We could fit Adam Larsson right here at half cap And then this defense would look really good. I'd be very happy with our entire team. I don't think we really need to touch our forwards. I think we have a lot of flexibility and a lot of options there anyway. So, yeah, Adam Larsson. But I know he would cost a first, probably a third-round pick, maybe 2 third-round picks, and Topi Niemela. But we would have him for this year and for next year. I don't know. I just got excited. I didn't realize our cap actually fit that perfectly to get Adam Larsson at half retention. Who knows if he's going to actually be available? Seattle's out of the playoff spots. I personally believe that Seattle should be trading off a few of their like high-end, like 30-year-olds. I believe Larsson is 31, to get some picks and to get some prospects. Because they're just not there as a team yet. Like, it's trading him, trading Alexiak. They have a few UFAs in Wenberg and Eberle. If they could trade all of those guys off, I think they would get a really nice accumulation of picks and prospects, and it would really open up a few roster spots for some of their younger guys. Because anytime I'm looking at the OHL or the WHL, and I'm looking at the top of the like scoring lists, it's all Seattle guys. It's crazy. They have a bunch of second-round picks that are just dominating their respective leagues, so I would love to see those guys get a proper shot next year or maybe 2 years from now. But it all starts by trading off a few of their older vets anyways. But either way, this is how I'm envisioning our team right now. Let's throw Noah McGregor back up. I still think we really need that number 1 right D. If they plan to go with Ilya Lyubuskin, we should just fold right now. Like, in that spot, I mean. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like him as a player. I loved his hustle. I like his compete. There's a lot that I like about him, but he is still just like a bottom of the roster type of player on a cup team. Even on Anaheim, let's be honest here. He was just on Anaheim, one of the worst teams, and he was a bottom of the roster guy. So I like the cap hit. The price is expensive, a third and a sixth. It was a third next year and a sixth this year. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't break the bank. Either way. What are your thoughts? I would love to know what you're thinking about Ilya Lyubuskin on the Leafs. I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting it because I just don't see the fit. I'm a lot happier that it got double retention though. Without the double retention, I would have hated this. But at least in this scenario, it really does still give us flexibility to do another move. Anyways, guys, I so appreciate everybody here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. Until next time.